The following program is sponsored by LBO Academy.
This is the Lifestyle Business Owner Show, where we talk about the street smarts of small business. Your hosts are Aaron and Mayumi Muller, owners of 8 companies that run without them, and founders of the LBO Academy. It's your turn to discover how you can own a business that runs without you. Now, here's Aaron and Mayumi.
Good morning, everyone. This is Aaron Muller with this Lifestyle Business Owner Show, where we talk about the street smarts of small business. If you guys can't listen to the entire show today, go to lboradio.com. That's lboradio.com, and you can download this episode and any other episode that you may have missed. Today in our show, we're going to be interviewing a guest with multiple brick and mortar stores. He's going to be discussing how he's able to compete in an increasingly competitive environment. Our guest today is Stewart Patey. He's an owner of Mattress City. Mattress City is a family-owned and operated mattress store with 5 locations in the Seattle area. Stewart has figured out how to run successful family-owned retail stores in today's age of online shopping, national chains, Costco's, Walmart's, and other big box stores. Also, we have my co-host, Mayumi Muller. She's not only my business partner, but also my partner in life. She's an amazing woman, a true hustler. And if I didn't have her by my side, I would never have the success I do. Mayumi, say what's up.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I am so excited because, you know, we're all about small business owners.
And we got Stewart.
We got Stewart. I'm excited to hear about his brick and mortar stores, customer service, you know, what makes him stand out and get people to want to keep coming back.
This is what every brick and mortar should know.
Small business owners, you know, I'm telling you, I don't like going to Home Depot. I always go in there and I'm lost, and I ask them, hey, I need help finding this. They're like, oh, that's not my department. Yeah. Oh, really? Because there's only 2 other people here. So, Stuart, I am so happy. Welcome to the show this morning.
Great to be here this morning. Appreciate it.
You bet.
Yeah. So before we get into, you know, all the nitty gritty, we want to know how you got into your business, right? And just tell the listeners about why you decided to start a mattress store.
Great question. Super way to start. And again, thank you for having me. I appreciate it very much. You know, this means a lot to me. And truly, as an entrepreneur, I have always been creative in my mind, always wanted to try to do everything I can to help other people and at the same time find my niche in this market and in the world.
Right.
But one of the things that had happened is that got me into this industry is I had a downsizing of a company that I worked for about 16 years, and some changes had happened, but I had very little control about what was going on, and it was kind of like, that's scary. But I had another friend that actually introduced me, believe it or not, to the mattress industry. 3 weeks on the floor, I said, this is my cup of tea. This is incredible.
Wow.
And I was really excited about it because it allowed me to interact with people one-on-one and help people, because just like you were saying, Mayumi, what do you do? What do you get when you go to those big box stores? Well, you have a whole bunch of selection, but you get no help at all.
Right.
And that's a frustration to me, because I wanted to create something that could be where people come and they actually get helped. They get support. They get answers, and they get information. Not pushy salespeople, but people who understand the forward and backwards of this industry. And it wasn't happening. And even when I got into the mattress industry, I actually did my little homework, if you will, by going to different stores, different companies, and seeing the big box stores, the national chains. So I'm talking about, I worked for 4 other mattress store companies and learned from what they would do and wouldn't do. And I said, there's got to be some changes. There's got to be some correction.
It's the best way to start out. You know, that's how I got into business brokerage. I was buying a business, and I saw the same thing. You know, I'd interview these different brokers, and I saw what they were missing, and then you start something better. I mean, that's what an entrepreneur does. They look at ways that they can do it better and be more successful in it. Sounds
Absolutely.
like you did that. So you started with 1 store, I take it. You didn't start with 5 stores.
That's correct.
So tell me how that progressed.
Well, it was really an amazing opportunity that I had, because I was already doing my homework. I mean, you know, building my own business model, if you would. But I wanted to not just say, oh, this sounds good, so let's go try it. Some people will do things like that, and unfortunately, a lot of small businesses, they fail early on. I wanted to really put a portfolio together, so I went to other chains, other mattress stores, and they did a lot of great things. Don't get me wrong. They offer some good products and some good offerings, let's put it that way. But there were so many areas and so many holes in what was lacking, and one of the main things was customer service. And
Go figure.
I'll just say this: it's a matter of people don't necessarily want to buy a mattress. They just want help. They want support. They know
Right.
they need it. But you got to be able to be knowledgeable enough to help them and guide them.
Yeah.
The key is asking questions. My biggest frustration working for this one box store is when someone else, a coworker, didn't show up, what they would do is send somebody from the fragrance department, and send them downstairs and say, cover his shift.
Yeah.
And I said, this is unacceptable.
Yeah.
To help people in this kind of an industry, and especially in an important decision about buying a mattress
Yeah.
where you
Right.
sleep a 30-year lifetime on,
Yep.
people need to have some guidance.
Yeah.
I thought that was
Absolutely.
super.
No, I agree. So basically, you had one location.
Yep.
And so because you were providing these great services, you were giving that customer service, you saw your business grow pretty fast because of this?
Absolutely, because of customer service.
Yes.
And people already started, telling other people who told other people. Yes, we did some traditional type of advertising, but I will tell you, early on, it was mostly about word of mouth.
Okay.
And
great.
when you take care of people and you help them like they're your extended family,
Yeah.
those people go, you know what? You need to go see these people. And we were there to take care of them. So our business model just took off.
Yeah.
That's
and
great.
we hire people who understand how to take care of other
Yeah.
people.
Right.
So
And
let's take a step
Yeah.
back. I want to find out. We'll ask more about the customer service and all that stuff because it's so important, and we're big advocates
We're
of it, right?
advocates of
But
it.
I want to find out, like, a lot of people are going to want to know, like, not too many people have 5 locations. I mean, like
Right.
that's a lot. That more than one business is a lot to a lot of people. So how do you go from one business and start multiplying into multiple businesses? Tell me how that played out. Was it hard? I mean, just kind of like, do you remember what it was like when you first said, I'm going to go into another business or another location? How scary was that? How much did it cost? How successful was it from the very beginning? What were the challenges?
That's an excellent question. And in fact, I wasn't racing, if you will, to expand or have a lot of stores. Okay. If I could not deliver on, first of all, the customer service or all of the things that we do to help people and same-day delivery. I mean, we really have a unique thing and a vision that is unlike any other mattress store, not only in our neck of the woods, but everywhere else across the
Right.
country. People don't really think the way we think because, again, if you need something now, you just got a key to an apartment and you have to have a bed now. We think about if you were my brother or sister, aunt or uncle, I would deliver you right now. And we do things. We think outside the box. People knew that. Our business model blew up.
Okay.
And I said, well, okay, hold it a second. We've got to take a look at this again. I didn't expect expansion this fast, but within 6 months, we had our second store.
Wow. That
Great
is really
location.
fast.
Wow.
Yeah, we had
That's
an
usually a
opportunity.
failure to a lot of people
is.
because you try to go too fast.
Right.
It is, and I had some caution in the wind. I have to be honest with you. At that time, it's not just something, oh, yeah, we can easily do this. I knew that the direction we were going and the business model we put in place, and we don't just stand for the status quo. We believe that people need to understand clearly this business, our product, and also how to take care of people. So when we had the other opportunity, the position of finding this location present itself to us, I said, well, you know what? It's not a tremendous risk. It was, we were growing. We saw that. I didn't make a dumb decision to say, well, I know we can't afford it, but let's try it anyway. We had some reserves built up.
Okay,
we
good.
got to
So
a certain
reserves were
level.
good.
Reserves
Yeah,
are
we
good.
had that business model in place. And I said, hey, we hit this a lot sooner than we thought we would. So let's try it. And then it worked out just perfect. And we also happened to have a very seasoned gentleman that had been in the industry for many years and understands old school customer service. So the model
And
fit
he
perfect.
came to work for you afterwards, or he was already in your company?
No, he came to work for
So
us
you found
because,
him, okay.
and he was actually working for another store about 35 miles away. He was
Okay.
an older gentleman, and his concerns were, I don't want to travel this far anymore.
Yeah.
It was a real serious concern and stuff, and I said, well, we've got a store within 3 miles of your home.
Beautiful.
Would you run
That's
it for us? He
great.
says
great.
that would be the biggest
So that was
blessing.
that was
So
big.
that
So
was
did
big.
it put any strains? Tell me any strains that it created when you opened a second store.
Well, just the fact that, okay, now I'm not there and someone else is running that store for us, and so we had to keep a close eye on everything. But as we saw it just kind of flourishing, and with the regular, say, advertising that we were doing, when you advertise one location, the message gets out throughout, say, Puget Sound or all around
Right.
Seattle area. Well, opening up another location, my cost of advertising didn't change.
Okay.
Right.
It's still the same cost, but now they have another convenient location
location.
for
Yep.
people to drop into.
Yep.
And as I saw that flourish, another opportunity presented itself again in our economy as it changes and things. Another really good location opened up, and we opened up that store, and so again, the rest is history. We're not trying to go too fast,
Right.
but the opportunity
The
presented
opportunities
itself, and I was
presented.
looking, but I was trying to be very smart about the timing and positioning and the location.
There's
Location
Right.
is
It
very
was
Location
well thought out.
is key.
Location. And just one more question on this
Yes.
subject. Was there ever a point where you go, oh, ouch, I should have just not done this other one because it's really creating me some problems?
At first, yeah, and I'll tell you why.
Which one was it?
It was the Marysville location.
Which one? Second, third, fourth?
It was the third. It was the
Third.
third, yeah.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what happened. We signed a lease on there, and this is really good for your listeners because we signed the lease and we looked at this place and we said, you know what, this is a fabulous location. Well, on the onset, it did look like it was a fabulous location because it had a lot of good,
Activity
popular,
around.
businesses in the area, good restaurants. And guess what? What I found out was when you look at the parking lot, that's jammed, that's full every day, and I knew that because we would shop in the area. Half of those license plates were from Canada. This was up in Marysville.
That makes a lot of
And
sense.
it's like, are you
That
kidding me
makes
right now?
sense.
So Marysville to Canada is only
Yeah.
like an hour away or
Yeah.
something
Right.
like that. So
Right.
that for the people that are in
Yeah.
this area, and so that would be a real challenge because
Yeah.
they're not going to be buying a bed.
They're not going to take it
Right.
across the border.
Right.
No, and we didn't take that into
Immigrate
consideration.
or the immigration or the border
The border guys,
patrol would be
yeah.
like, "What are you putting in this mattress?"
Yeah, what's inside of there?
Yeah, so
Well, and I would say for your listeners, that's important, really important, because I didn't take that into consideration at the time. I saw a full parking lot, but I didn't realize the full story of it.
okay.
No, that's and that's something. But you overcome. You found that
We
you
did.
went through that obstacle, and now you guys are still in Marysville.
No, actually, no.
Oh.
After and I'll say this one thing. We signed a lease, and
Yeah.
I said, fine. We wrote it out.
Yep.
It was fine. We still did it because of our reputation.
Okay.
People
Yeah.
seeked us out.
People
And our Google reviews went off the chart. If anyone listeners want to take a look at Mattress City Google reviews, you'll see they speak for themselves.
Yeah.
No, I think that's so great. Well, today we're talking with Stewart Patey. He is the founder of Mattress City, which has 5 chain stores in the Puget Sound area. We're also going over with Stewart how to be able to compete with the big box stores in today's competitive environment. Follow us on The Lifestyle Business Owner on Facebook and Instagram, and you can also listen to us on The Lifestyle Business Owner Show anytime, anywhere on lboradio.com. We will come back to talk to Stewart.
Time for a quick break, but we'll have more of the Lifestyle Business Owner Show right after this, here on Business Radio 1300 KKOL. It pays to listen. Now, back to Aaron and Mayumi Muller on the Lifestyle Business Owner Show.
Welcome back to the Lifestyle Business Owner Show, where we talk about the street smarts of small business. Today we're talking with Stewart Patey. He is the founder of Mattress City, which is a 5-store chain in the Puget Sound area here. We're going over how Stewart is able to compete with the big box stores in today's competitive environment. And that leads me to this question. There are a lot of competitive businesses out there. One, online shopping, box stores. So let's start with the box stores. So you guys are a family-owned business, correct?
Yes.
So how can you compete with the big box stores like Costco and Walmart when they've got all that buying power?
Right. That is probably one of the top questions. Actually, I get asked by even people shopping us because, they're assuming, like probably many of your listeners,
Yep.
that you can't even come close. You're a family-run business, so
That's what
there's
I would
no
think.
way.
Yeah.
I would think
and I
that.
would too. I thought about that in several other things, other topics, other businesses, where I have actually priced box stores versus the smaller chains or local companies or family-run businesses, and they're actually a little bit higher. And it's like, okay, do we really help our local community or what? And it's really that's a decision for the consumer, not with Mattress City. And here's why. We are a part of the exact same huge buying groups that these large box stores do. Now, whether they throw out 10,000, 15,000 units a month and we only do maybe 75 to 150 units a month, guess what? We're paying the same amount.
Nice.
But we do something a little bit better. we do not have to price gouge because we don't have the big overhead that these other guys do. I've negotiated personally all of my leases. Like your listeners looking to open up their own businesses, you have the power to be able to work that magic, if you will, to be able to buy down those rates and get free month rents and things for you to start your own
That's
business.
That's really good.
Yeah, and negotiating and things like that are, a lot of people, they don't have it in them. But when you're talking about negotiating, like maybe cheap prices for a product or a lease, how are you? Can you give our listeners maybe just a little hint on like something that's made you successful in negotiations?
Well, part of that is my entrepreneurial spirit to start with, because I love talking with people. I've always liked to be able to work things out, and I've never had a challenge in that area. But I would say for some of your listeners who look at, you want to be in business, you want to have that freedom, you want to be able to, have some control in your life in that area, and you have that entrepreneurial spirit. That's the first thing. Find somebody, even if it's a realtor or someone in the business, that can really help fuel your passion, because I've had another gentleman that does a lot of my real estate things, and he's a good negotiator, but I'm telling you, I felt I was better, and again, working with people, having them hear your heart, hearing your passion and what you want to do. A lot of people are going, you know what, I want to give these people a shot, I want to help you.
So selling them your story. What about like the just the mentality that you're willing to walk away from the deal? Does that help in negotiations too, right?
Absolutely.
Because I think people get caught up in the,
I want to be there, I want to be there, right? It's like buying a car.
The most powerful negotiations usually has to do with like, you're willing to walk away if you have to.
Absolutely. And I've already gone into the chess game, if you will, saying, look, you got to cut your losses or what have you. You got to know exactly what you can afford, obviously. You don't want to go over too much. But the thing about it is you have to be able to have the power to say, okay, if it's not meant to be and they're not going to meet me at this level, you need to continue to keep looking, because sometimes the timing is everything.
I totally agree. And so now we talked about the box stores, so we know that your business can compete with the other big box stores, so make sure you get your mattresses there.
Mayumi, I have to interrupt you on something. You aren't going to believe this, okay? So I challenge any listener that's in our area to come into one of our stores. I'll give you an example. Our latest store we opened is in Aurora Village in the Shoreline area, just north Seattle. And it's right between Home Depot and Costco. Okay, and so I get people going to Costco first. The first thing they do, they got to go there because, after all, they got the lowest prices, right?
Big warehouse.
Well, just so happens to be that we have 6 mattresses lower priced than their on sale only choice mattress. Which, by the way, the only way you can try their mattress is touching it through the plastic.
Right.
Good luck with that, and then you have to shuck it out the door yourself.
So there's customer service.
There's that customer service.
We help them with that.
So what about the online, right? Everyone's ordering stuff on online, furniture, mattresses, all that stuff. So like competing with Amazon, how is that?
Not difficult, because actually what I did is I said, okay, if you can't beat them, join them. Well, I don't even have that attitude, because not only can I beat them, Amazon prices still compete with us. I mean, you take a look at what we've got, do your own comparison. But I've already done that, Mayumi. I've already sent out mattresses just like Amazon's doing. And what I have found out, and again, you know what, long term, this is not really where I want to go to, because 48% of everything we did online by shipping it out with where the customer did not come in and actually lay down, did not actually get asked specific questions as to what's the right mattress, then they said, you know what, I don't like this. This is not what I expected. Well, that's what's happening with a lot of the online shopping. Point and click on a mattress or something, a purchase that's so critical, so important to our own health. It's not something you want to do. And again, shouldn't ever be about the lowest possible price. Even though we have Amazon beat, we have Costco beat, we can compete and we can beat them easily. But don't assume just because small business is small doesn't mean they can't compete with the big boys.
That's so true.
We easily do that.
That's so great.
So tell me, how do you train your people to give such great customer service? Like, do you have a training program?
I absolutely do. The first thing I do is, and again, you don't reinvent the wheel, okay? Let me ask you simply a question, Aaron. Here's the deal. This question I'd propose to you as well as listeners. Do people go, say, to Nordstrom because they have the best prices?
No.
Absolutely not.
Nordstrom's is a
Absolutely not.
high-end retailer for clothing and all kinds of things, and
They're
I don't
all
know,
over
they're all
the-
over the
they're
nation.
all over the nation.
Are they really? Okay,
Yep.
yeah, it's great. Awesome. Yeah, people use that as a comparison all the time when they're talking about quality.
I
right?
require each
And
of my
service.
salespeople, they need to go in, and of course, most of them already know all about
Right.
Nordstrom's, and they understand the true experience. But I make them go in there and actually go to 2 different types of departments
Okay.
and literally be a part of that experience. I want them to literally just be in the moment, and I want them to understand exactly what that's all about.
So do you give your employees money so they can buy?
Of course
stuff
I do.
there?
Of course I do.
Are you trying to
Well, I'll
recruit
be
my
working.
wife?
Hey, listen, I'll be coming over there soon.
Well, Mayumi, we got a lot of benefits here at Mattress City.
I'm already not liking Stewart. You got to be careful with anybody that's able to do 5 stores in
Yeah.
a short amount of time. That means that dude's good. He's smart.
Yes.
He's smooth.
Well, Mayumi,
Yes.
you would be absolutely blown away if I tell you this. And literally, I did not set it up this way. It was one of our first 5-star reviews we ever got when we first opened up about 7 years ago. And I'll tell you, it's in my heart. And if you can't come across this microphone, if you will, of my passion. But I will tell you that we had a customer that literally said, and I never forgot it, she goes, I actually shopped 4 other mattress stores before stumbling upon Mattress City. And when I went in there, I am so glad I didn't make my choice prior, because it was the most amazing experience I had. The best way I can say it is it was a Nordstrom experience on a Ross dress for less price point.
And so the customer
Wow.
service,
great.
you're just teaching them based off of go check out this and duplicate.
Absolutely.
That's how you do it.
But
You
but
stress it to them.
Not only do I have them actually be a part of that and in the moment and experience it for themselves, but I also, just the opposite, I'll have them go into the other box stores that either are shorthanded
Yeah,
and don't
shop
get any
'em.
help. And usually it's kind of a quick conversation because they've already experienced it, and they go, yeah, it's
Right.
just ridiculous. You can't find anybody to help you.
So you
And
said
so-
you had like a training manual, right?
Yeah, we do.
So do you have something where they're on the floor and there's certain things, maybe going over different objectives that people might have?
Yeah.
And then you talked about listening and not reinventing the
Yeah,
wheel, which
not
is,
only a new hire packet, but here's one thing that we do at Mattress City is we basically say, the most important thing to do is whenever you're making a decision or helping a customer, you pretend like that's grandpa and grandma. What would you do for them? How would you interact with them?
Yeah.
How would you
That's
treat
a beautiful way of
That's
putting
great.
it.
Yeah.
And I think everybody needs to listen to that, because if you do that, I own auto repair shops, or we own auto repair shops, and I've owned used appliance stores. And
Absolutely.
that's how we would sell it. Oh yeah, my mom
Absolutely.
has this washing machine at home. She loves it because of these reasons, right?
Yep.
You just
Yeah.
try to relate it, be relatable to the
And
customer.
I think
Yeah.
it goes back to listening, which we've talked about it so many times. We're such a advocate for customer service in all of our businesses, and I really like that you are coaching your employees and your team to listen, right, to the needs of the customer, so
Absolutely.
that you can offer them the perfect mattress.
Well, here's
for
the
their
case in
needs.
point, Mayumi. Someone comes into one of our showrooms, and they ask this question, well, show me a comfortable mattress. Well, your listeners can
Yeah.
really relate to this one, okay?
Yeah.
And then I might say to them, well, I have 42 that are laying on the floor that are comfortable mattresses, but comfortable to one, misery to someone else.
Absolutely.
Unless I ask you key questions, then
Yep.
how can I possibly fit you for the mattress? No, so
Yep.
that brings back the question, Mayumi, what you brought up. What about the online shopper
Mm-hmm.
phenomenon? Okay, there's always going to be people that are going to just take that easy way. And I get
Yeah.
it. I
Yeah.
shop online too. I buy a lot of things. I mean, DVDs, things like that's real easy. But try to take a mattress that didn't fit one particular person,
Mm-hmm.
and especially a queen or a king,
Yeah.
and try to send that back in the mail.
Oh, no.
Absolutely.
It's just such a hassle. And the thing is, with a mattress, I always say, with
You
a
just
car,
end
a
up
mattress,
keeping it.
You
And
need to
then
spend,
you've
you need to
gotta
spend money
You
on
throw
a
it in the
mattress.
guest room.
Yeah, exactly.
So
That is so true. Let the guests sleep on it.
yeah, well, I know. We give it to our kids.
Yeah,
when they-
we'll
when
just
they
give it to our
suck.
kids. We didn't like this one. We're gonna give it to the kid.
Okay, so I want to get into, how do you find top salespeople?
Yeah.
We've tried
That
to.
is awesome
We've tried
question.
to get in. We got 1 minute to talk about it.
You got it.
All right.
I'll say this to you. Now, of course, I'm obviously in the mattress industry, but anybody who's listening to this show, thinking about opening their own business or whatever it could be, this could relate to a lot of different things. But one of the things I always think about when it comes to hiring good people, believe it or not, I believe it's easier to train them exactly the way you want those people to learn your system versus bringing them over from the competition and trying to retrain them on bad habits.
Absolutely.
I'm
I
telling
agree.
you, it's so important, and I've had both. And I've had those people that you just can't train the old dog to do new tricks, okay? And have bad habits by not helping people a certain way. And you know what? There's no shortcuts with us. We believe in absolute, from start to finish, we take care of our people, including even our delivery team that goes and finishes the process of that Nordstrom experience.
It's an extension of your delivery team.
Do you go into...
No, that's great. Well, thank you so much, Stewart, for being on our show today. If you are interested or in the market for a mattress, you can contact Mattress City at 425-355-7378 or visit their website at mattress-city.com. That's mattress-city.com. Here at the Lifestyle Business Owner Academy, we're not rendering financial or legal advice. We're not telling you what you should or shouldn't do with your money or a business. We're just simply telling you what we do personally. When we come back, we're going to start our LBO segment. This is where we talk about the opportunity to get to know what we do here, discuss how to buy a business, grow your profits, and make it run without you. You can follow us on the Lifestyle Business Owner on Facebook and Instagram. You can also listen to the Lifestyle Business Owner Show anytime, anywhere at lboradio.com. That's lboradio.com. Thank you so much, Stewart, for being with us this morning. And make sure you go get your mattress at Mattress City.
We'll be right back with more of the Lifestyle Business Owner Show after this brief break here on Business Radio 1300 KKOL.